Hello, hello. Good galaxy to all viewers listening today. My name is Exuberant Alpha, on board, of course, on the dear head base known as Detroit. We are here broadcasting live for the whole entirety of the universe to give you an update on what is going on currently in our whole entirety of our universe. First off today on our news is a very simple message from anyone wanting to join Headbase. Headbase is known to be located around each and every cluster of galaxy, wherever it may be. Follow these coordinates and you will be able to find out the whole entirety of the broadcast. The broadcast message is basically around anywhere else you can look at in this whole entirety of this broadcast. Now then, moving on to other things in the galaxy. The differentiating shifting forces between the Federation and the Alliance have shifted momentum to be very interesting in our regards. In some cases, it seems to be that a lot of people are in agreement of joining the Alliance in this said alliance between the Federation. However, some of them seem to be very nitpicky about these sort of things, causing certain people to go ahead and rise and rebel against the Alliance and the Federation. This group of people is known as insurgents. Now, unfortunately, we have been seeing key witnesses on different planets, such as the planet known as Sidon, as well as the planet known as Kivios Freakin 2. Now, Kivios Freakin 2 is an actual planet name. Do not be alarmed by all the whole entirety of the way it's spelled or the way that it's said. What is currently going on with these planets? Because of the fact that there are insurgents rising against these Federation and Alliance subspaces, we are going live to go ahead and talk to an Iris unit. Now, let's see. Hmm. Iris units are unfortunately unavailable right now. We'll have to go ahead and get them up and running yet again to see what's going on those planets. Very interesting to see what's going on with these. But the Iris units that were reported there lately were apparently shot down and replaced and scrapped into parts. Ugh, very unfortunate. But on these said planets, they are very much safe. Well, quote unquote safe. In order for you to go ahead and straight up find these planets, you have to find the clusters known as frickin'. Let me see. Where is these clusters at? A lot of clusters to go ahead and be looking about for this, but definitely worth it. On the cluster known as C985-200, you will find the Kivios freaking planet, or Kivios freaking number 2, right there. Huh, interesting. It has many planets around it, and it comes with 3 moons. Very interesting for those who want to go ahead and visit there. One of these moons are considered habitable. Habitable moons are basically very fun to go and have around. If you like to throw space rocks, at very much so at lightning fast space ball speed. Which brings us to our next thing, Spaceball. Currently right now, the U.S. of Tigers and the what is it called? What is that place called for the month? The Rosinian. Oh, yeah, okay. Rosinian Slavs. Interesting names, by the way. Are currently in a deadlock tie between the two in terms of Spaceball. For those who are wondering who don't know what Spaceball is, it is a very old type of archaic form where one person throws the whole entirety of this ball, known as a spaceball, to go ahead and straight up be batted all around the whole entirety of space. one must go ahead and score from the bat, and to go ahead and actually score it. Yay, by literally just slamming the crap out of it. Anyone interested in Spaceball, make sure you go ahead and look at your contacts at either or of the space in the universe. Thank you very much for that. That concludes for that part for that one in terms of Spaceball. In other news, Planet Sidon is currently, right now, in a deadlock tie between an outbreak. A reported outbreak was reportedly seen and heard for it by their very own provisioners, or providers, you could say. These providers have reportedly had accounts that there are a lot of things going on in this said planet. The planet is in itself was peaceful until insurgents basically invaded into it and made it part of their own. However, the unfortunate part is the whole entirety of the planet as well is suffering from an outbreak now, due to the fact that the rise of insurgents are happening. We don't know if this is connected to the whole entirety of it, so stay tuned for more news on that. In more news, acting acting Admiral Hecate is known to be essentially leading her and the whole entirety of her force known as, let me see if I can read this correctly from here, from the entirety of it. Warning, Miss Hecate is very secretive in terms of all these other things, making it very hard for us to go ahead and straight up see what we're going to do. While she does have many titles in her ability, she technically also has more stuff in terms of helping out with the said Federation, and as well as the Alliance. Hecate is very much so part of the group of navigators, and is one of the leading navigators to be called Supreme. She has came into an agreement with that of the more of the Federation right now, from what the news report is saying. And of course, the currently of course that these navigators are of course navigating around the planets to go ahead and clear out outbreaks, and of course infections and anything else going on with that. For those of you who are wondering, do not be afraid of these navigators unless absolutely targeted by them. They are known to be very peaceful, yet very intelligent by nature. While I haven't encountered a navigator before, you definitely should. By not all means, but definitely in your lifetime. That in mind, Mr. Mason and Miss Hecate are all in agreement that an alliance should be formed between the two races in terms of that. While one is very intellect in terms of everything going around them, the other one, of course, is very curious about knowledge. The two of them will go ahead and share common things in terms of everything from what the report is saying from the Irish unit on there. Very much so, this should be a very interesting way of dealing with things. In other news, geez Louise, I can't believe I keep on saying that, which is pretty cool. I guess it's this news station now. News station broadcast. Hehe. Let's see what's going on with this broadcast yet again. Still living? I'm still living. Cool. This has not been jammed yet again. Thank goodness. Now, if you're wondering why we haven't been able to go ahead and gotten these streams and of course broadcast up and running, it is mainly because of the fact that we keep on getting blocked by a bunch of different stations wherever we're at. Thankfully, we found a station who was able to go ahead and thankfully help us out with getting these sorts of news and stuff up. I know most of you somewhat like our broadcast, and it's pretty informative in terms of like finding out what you want to do and how to deal with it. with that in mind, let us see what else is there. Seems to me that that is some of the news going up today for right now. Which future news that you have to go ahead and look about is more about the planets to dawn, as well as the outbreak going on right there. And of course, there's going to be more about the recruitment on Headbase. For those of you, like I said, for those of you who are wondering about it, make sure you go ahead and check out that information right there at the end of the broadcast. I can go ahead and say the number right now. The number is 1000. Okay, I hope everyone's writing this down. 1001 758 999,7744. I'll repeat that then. I'll repeat that again. 1001. Actually, there's going to be two numbers. 1001 755 999 208. Hope y'all go ahead and give a call for that number. It would be pretty interesting to see and hear your voices, and hopefully get questions. If you're wondering about looking for us for it, our numbers are literally easy to find and actually pretty simple. Literally type in 77777777777 15 times, and you'll be able to reach us out. Weird, I know, but easy, yes. Let us see. More news. Oh, wait, hold on. Ooh, breaking news currently right now from an Iris unit that just probed about it for it. So, currently, there seems to be a excursion going on in one of the previously owned Federation subspaces. It is from a cluster known as Harvest 4. Harvest 4 is known to have a bunch of other planets as well as with it. The ship seems to be from the Iris unit is what said. It seems to be very conflicted. Conflicted how? It seems to me that this ship is invading a bunch of different planets on this one. Hopefully to mine out things and materials for it and other things. There's going to be more in the news coming up for it again, and we're going to have to see what this news says about this whole entirety of this incursion. Let's hope it's not an incursion, and hopefully it's just them sightseeing. Sightseeing is pretty cool. Try it sometime. Is that all for the news today? I guess so. Okay. Let us see. If we find out a name for this before us, make sure you go and tell us. This would be a pretty good way for us to go ahead and give us feedback in our way of things. Trust me, it is really good to have feedback. Please give us feedback. Please give us feedback. Make sure you go ahead and check us out for more information about this whole entire thing, and make sure you go ahead and check out the recruitment. This is Exuberant Alpha signing off.